Good evening, you're watching KiniNews and I'm your host Prasad. Reporters gathered at the KL Court complex this evening as Najib held a press conference accompanied by his lawyer Shafee Abdullah. His latest move is to cite the judge's conflict of interest in an application to nullify the SRC trial.
Former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak has filed an application to add further evidence in the federal court. The evidence is intended to seek the nullification of the SRC International Bhd trial at the Kuala Lumpur High Court.
I have instructed Najib Shafee and my defense team to adduce additional evidence in the federal court with the intention to nullify the verdict in the High Court.
Najib's lawyer, Mohamed Shafee Abdullah, said this comes after they recently discovered that Mohd Nazlan Mohd Ghazali, who was the High Court trial judge in the SRC International case, had several conflicts of interest in the matter. Shafee said Nazlan was in 2006 the General Counsel and Company Secretary for the Maybank Group, who had the ultimate responsibility for the management and administration of all legal departments within the entire group. He said this is relevant because they have recently discovered that Maybank Investment Bank Bhd was the body that proposed the establishment of SRC International. Shafee added that Maybank Investment also wholly owns Bina Fikir Sendirian Bhd, which was tasked with the research and advisory matter pertaining to the establishment of SRC International.
Meanwhile, during Najib's 1MDB trial today, former Finance Minister Ahmad Husni testified that he warned Najib about 1MDB but was told to not interfere. Former Second Finance Minister Mohamed Husni Mohamed Hanadsla testified that he tried to warn former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak against setting up 1MDB without a feasibility study. The 20th prosecution witness told the Kuala Lumpur High Court that he tried to advise Najib from getting 1MDB involved in an investment with PetroSaudi International Limited. However, Husni claimed that Najib did not heed his advice. He said Najib responded by telling him not to get involved or interfere with 1MDB. He also confirmed that the meeting between Najib and him was at the PM's office. He said since the meeting, he was not involved in any decision or informed about investments relating to 1MDB. Husni was testifying during the 2.28 billion ringgit 1MDB corruption trial against Najib this afternoon. Tengku Zafrul's interest in Kuala Selangor has not convinced incumbent MP Zulkifli Ahmad to abandon his plan to retire. However, the Amanah leader has strong words to describe the finance minister.
Kuala Selangor MP Zulkifli Ahmad will not change his decision to retire, though Finance Minister Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz is rumoured to be eyeing the seat in the next general election. The former health minister said he did not want to go back on his word. In a statement today, he said he is concerned that if he changed his mind because a minister-level parachute candidate appears to want to contest, he would be accused of flip-flopping. Zulkifli said he made his intentions known to his party leaders more than 6 months ago. Zafrul is purportedly shopping for a seat to contest in the next general election. The finance minister appears to be keen on Kuala Selangor despite offers for him to contest in the nearby Sungai Besar seat. Yesterday, he announced that the finance ministry will adopt the Kuala Selangor district. He also revealed that a station for the East Coast Rail Link will be built in the district of Puncak Alam. Without mincing words, Zulkifli said this showed Tengku Zafrul is a desperado. Zulkifli, however, expressed confidence that Kuala Selangor voters will not be swayed by handouts. He also urged Zafrul to fulfill his promise under Budget 2021 to build an urban transformation centre in Lembai Pantai first, before rushing to make new promises. Zafrul had reportedly considered contesting in Lembai Pantai as well.
All isn't well in PKR as more party election candidates speak up against the election process. Even a police report has been lodged. Actor Aflan Shauki lodged a police report against PKR's party election committee for fraud. Aflan told the press that the committee's conduct raised a lot of suspicion and his complaints were not addressed. He lodged a report at the Pudu police station last night. Aflin alleged that some voters were missing during the tabulation process for the Setiawangsa PKR division election. He said the vote counting process was conducted without scrutineers for the candidates and the counting method was not revealed. The actor also claimed that the voting centre was staffed by at least 2 interested parties. During the party election, Aflin challenged incumbent Setiawangsa PKR division chief Nik Nazmi Ahmad. The unofficial result saw Nik Nazmi retaining his position with 482 votes to Aflin's 372 votes. Zuraida Kamaruddin is set to meet the Prime Minister this week after she decided to quit Bersatu to join Parti Bangsa Malaysia. However, as of now, she's still functioning as a minister in Ismail Sabri's government.
Plantation Industries and Commodities Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin is on standby to meet Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob to discuss her position in the cabinet. Speaking to reporters in Kuala Lumpur today, Zuraida said she is still a minister.
Yeah, he told me next week is this week. So it could be the whole of this week, but I'm on standby. Yeah, because if like what the PM says that I'm still a minister, so that's why today I officiate this event.
On May 26, Zuraida announced her decision to leave Bersatu and join Parti Bangsa Malaysia, saying she will discuss her resignation as minister with the Prime Minister. Zuraida also said she will continue to support the government of Ismail Sabri. Meanwhile, she said it is easier for her now to decide whether or not to defend the Ampang Parliament seat after switching to Parti Bangsa Malaysia from Bersatu.
Because now we are moving to our new party, so so maybe it's easier to make decision then.
She has held the Ampang seat for 3 terms, winning the seat as a member of PKR.
Police say they weren't notified about the Armed Forces Veterans Rally in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, and because of this, the organisers are being probed.
The police are investigating the organisers of the Armed Forces Veterans Rally at the National Monument yesterday. The probe is being carried out under the Peaceful Assembly Act 2012. Dang Wangi District Police Chief Nur Del Han said several individuals have been identified to assist with investigations as no application for a rally permit was received from the organisers. He added that those identified will be summoned soon to have their statements recorded. Hundreds of armed forces veterans rallied in front of the National Monument in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. They called on the government to review the military pension system. They said under the scheme, most of the over 300,000 military retirees are living in poor conditions and are part of the B40 income group. Rally Organising Committee Deputy Chairperson Mir Rosli Mir Jafar, who is a retired Air Force Major, in his speech at the rally said the country's leaders should not forget the veterans' contributions to Malaysia. The group, which called itself Suara Veteran, had several demands, including for the government to increase the pension rate for pre-2013 pensioners and give pensions to those who served the armed forces for fewer than 21 years. Under the current policy, only those who served a minimum of 21 years in the military are entitled to get a monthly pension.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.